So this animation is really a follow-on for an earlier animation we did called Talking Mental Health, which was for primary schools, and that was incredibly well received. Our initial evaluation of that was that it had a positive impact, but also that people were saying we really want something for secondary schools.
We're finding with the pressures of academic strains, with the pressures of social strains at home as well, we're finding that we're getting more and more students come in with mental health requirements, needs, and therefore our response to that needs to be increased as well to meet the needs of those students.
To get initial ideas for the animation, myself and Nick Morgan did 2 mental health awareness workshops in secondary schools across England. It involved games, mind mapping, brainstorming activities, and general sort of quizzes to find out what the young people knew already about mental health and perhaps what they didn't know and what they generally thought about it. And also they put together some storyboards for us around their own ideas around mental health, what support they might want, or they might want to give a friend who was going through some kind of mental health difficulty perhaps. And when talking to the students, it was really helpful to kind of get these ideas, and they really helped to inform the animation and the type of language that we should use in the animation.
We showed the students some animations and then got them to talk about them and fill in questionnaires. That was really interesting. I was quite surprised at the kind of animations they liked. Surprisingly, they liked the ones I thought might have been maybe too adult for them. So the NSPCC and Childlines ones with maybe some darker themes seemed to really resonate with them.
So when talking to the students, it was very clear that they really picked up on this idea everyone has mental health, and that really fed into the title, obviously, We All Have Mental Health.
She listened for a bit, and then she told me that, just like physical health, we all have mental health. It's our feelings, our thinking, our emotions and our moods.
What I have liked is I've liked the way that they've integrated a range of students who didn't know each other at all, from a range of different ages and a range of different kind of backgrounds and abilities. As the 2 days have gone along, they seem to have come together more and more as a group and started to become a little bit more confident and a bit more open in terms of their opinions. Whereas at first I think they were a little bit guarded, but I think it's taken that time just to break down some of those barriers for them to be really honest about their thoughts and feelings of mental health.
We created a brief that was similar to Talking Mental Health in the way that we wanted to create something that had a common language and understanding of mental health issues, but for 11 to 14-year-olds this time. Maya came along with us to the animation workshops, and that really gave her a sense of the kind of styles, illustrations, art formats and soundtracks that young people liked. She then put 3 different styles to us, and we ran those past young people as well and unanimously decided on an animation style which we all really liked. So once our style was chosen, Maya then put a storyboard to us and also an initial kind of script idea. We then, as a team and also with her professional scriptwriter, kind of refined that script and made sure that it kind of suited what we wanted. In terms of the initial ideas, we had decided that we'd prefer it to be a script based on character stories as opposed to just a kind of informative video about mental health awareness. We thought it would be more relatable for that age group.
I didn't think my friends would understand if I told them how down I was feeling. But when Sasha opened up to me about how stressed she was feeling, I told her. I wasn't sure how to bring up how I'd been feeling, so I started by saying that I didn't feel like myself. Just her listening made me feel like she understood.
Sasha's story, she's an example of someone who is experiencing everyday feelings. So she's feeling extremely worried about her tests and quite stressed out, and it's upsetting her at school. And she goes home and speaks to her mum about it. And after speaking to her mum and taking some time out to sort of look after herself and do something that she enjoys, she starts to feel a bit better, and those feelings sort of slowly go away for her. Andre's story, on the other hand, explores what it's like to experience overwhelming feelings. So these are feelings which hang around for a long time and stop us from getting on with what we want to do in our life. So Andre finds it hard to hang out with his friends in the way that he used to. He doesn't enjoy what he used to enjoy quite so much anymore. He's finding it hard to go to school. And his story, we wanted to explore what that was like and sort of contrast that with Sasha's experience, that despite doing something that had helped Sasha, Andre found it very difficult to find something that could help him in the same way and needed a little bit more support.
He said that sometimes we have overwhelming feelings that can be more intense than our everyday feelings. These feelings hang around for a long time and change the way we feel, think, and behave. They can stop us doing what we want to in life. That's what I was going through.
So the aim of the animation is to encourage young people to talk about mental health, to know that we all have mental health, just as we all have physical health, and we need to take care of it in the same way. We really want to give young people the confidence to talk to each other about their mental health. The animation and the resources really aim to give practical support at a time in the lives of young people when they're experiencing a whole range of different problems, often for the first time. So for example, pressures around school, at home, with relationships or online. And we really want to empower and encourage young people to support each other and talk to each other about what they're experiencing and what they're feeling. We're really proud of the fact that we worked alongside teachers, clinicians and children and young people to bring this together. And we'd really encourage school teachers to teach this if they can. There's a whole range of different ways that you can teach it. You could show it in an assembly, you could do a whole lesson on it, or you could just do something in registration. It would also be a great thing to show at an inset or a staff meeting. There are a whole range of different ways that you can use the resources in the film, but we really encourage people to show it in their secondary schools in the coming months.